Hello, interwebs, and welcome to Closeup. I'm your host, Joe.
I'm Ryan.
And Ryan is with us today.
Sorry.
No sorries. We love to have you here for our yearly House of the Dragon takedown. I mean, discussion. I don't know what.
And by yearly,
our yearly Civil War.
Oh my God.
As you can see, I'm wearing the Targaryen wig and the black today. Don't let that fool you. It's just a Canadian summer, and I don't want to wear my green sweater.
Yeah. Okay. He doesn't want to admit
it. We'll see how this discussion goes. You might sway me. It's a little touch and go this year, but they're all bad, is the thing I think we can both agree on. They're, all sides are bad. Just like in politics, I'll be the fence sitter.
You mean this family that inbreeds and invades other lands is all bad people?
On that note, House of the Dragon Season 3.
All right, that's what we're talking about. Nothing real life.
That's what we're talking about today, if you didn't read the title. And full spoilers for this, same as always. Let's get into it. So, the season oscillates between peak TV and boring filler.
Agreed.
That's Season 3.
It's so jarring because you've maybe finished the first season of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, just Season 1.
They're trying so hard to be Game of Thrones. It's jarring to me because in that show, that's what they did for a lot of the seasons where they would have not battles, but they would have action or some decent set pieces and then some quote unquote filler. But the dialogue was good. The story plot lines were good. They were interesting. Most of the time in House of the Dragon, for 3 seasons now, it's cool set piece, well directing. And then, should we go to war? Should we? I don't know. He did take my throne. He did try to kill me. I guess we'll go to war.
But war's hard.
War's hard. You gotta pay for stuff.
And what's his name? Lannister took all the money, so now we don't have any funds to fund our army. Yeah.
I had a joke with people at work because they were watching it as well. It's the gold was in the cell next to Otto, but Damon didn't bother to look any further. He found what he was looking for.
I like how every time they cut to the Lannister guy, it's and asked him, "Hey, where's the gold?" And he looks like he doesn't know either, because maybe the writers don't know yet either.
I don't think they know anything, if I'm being honest.
They're kind of just making this up as they go, nearly feels like.
Which is crazy because the whole book is finished.
Yeah, or at the very least, I think what's actually happening is it was a comparatively short book that they're trying to stretch out into 4 seasons. And I think, that's what they're doing. They're trying to stretch it out into 4 seasons, and they're just dragging out every potential plot reveal that organically should be happening or have happened already. I told you this in our private chat, but at the end of House of the Dragon Season 4, somebody needs to make a supercut of this entire show. Basically include all of Season 1, the first half of Season 2, the first couple episodes of Season 3, and the last couple episodes. And then at this rate, maybe half of Season 4. And you'll have an almost perfect limited series of TV. Maybe 20 incredible episodes telling a cohesive story. And maybe cherry pick some important scenes from the quote-unquote bad ones. But as it stands, this is mostly a filler show that's often book-ended by epic set pieces and emotional payoffs.
Yeah. And it's very insane to me because Season 1 was so good.
So
I really love Season 1. And I mentioned this to you before, but the reason it feels so different is because one of the main showrunners left after Season 1. Yeah. I believe his name is Miguel Shapashnik. Butchered the name. I already know I did.
It had to make a difference.
He was also attached to Game of Thrones. He had directed some of the big episodes there. He did Battle of the Bastards, which happens later on, which was the big, not big finale, but one of the bigger episodes of that show. And you can tell that there was a quality drop off from season to season.
Yeah.
Which is funny because season 2 starts off well in the first 4 episodes. Well. There's great dialogue, fantastic acting, great direction. And then when they need to pad the runtime, it's, I don't want to say garbage, but it's not good. it's not up to snuff.
Season 2 went down in a torpedo, like when Aegon went down with Sunfire. When they both crash landed together, that was where the season crash landed. Like,
as soon as Rook Rest was set on fire, so was the writing for the show. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's like, that battle happened, it was pretty good. Rhaenyra lost motivation. Aegon's half dead. Aemond's trying to kill everybody in sight that's related to him. Christian Cole loses every part of his motivation to help Alicent and the Greens fight. It's like, oh, the dragons are the real power in this land. Maybe I shouldn't start this war. What do you think, man?
Yeah. Everyone just wandered around this entire season waiting for somebody else to make a move.
It's ridiculous.
I think the only
which is a piss off with the sea snake.
Yeah.
Because he had some great couple episodes here. And then, like, of course, like, he's pissed that his children won't be inherited. Which, her whole argument for that doesn't make sense to me anyway. But
Queen of Bastards.
She says no to him. He off to, like, destroy the rest of the Triarchy, which you don't really see. You see a couple, like, little fights, little skirmishes that help free Aegon. But then he just chills around in the woods. And then the Greens capture him anyway. So, like,
and then he gets
what do you think was going to happen?
Fails at a negotiation, and
oh my god,
yeah.
It's just, I don't mind. I don't know. I'm getting so mad. I don't mind filler.
You got the red behind you. You're feeling the energy.
Filler's important. It is true. Hold on. Maybe I just need something calmer.
Green.
I'm not going green. Even though it's my favorite lightsaber color. Damn. Anyway, we're not talking about Star Wars. Although Starfire looks good, that jacket looks sick. Anyway, I'm getting distracted.
Pretty cool.
What was I saying? Oh, I don't mind filler, but when you can write your characters to make bad decisions, but
the show makes their characters to have no decisions.
They have no decisions or dumb decisions when those characters are known to be smart earlier on in the season or seasons prior.
Yeah.
Like, for example, again, the sea snake, he is a master tactician on the water. He's brilliant. Him being Hand of the Queen is smart. Him just chilling in the woods at night, not a good idea. Just like unguardable. Like,
yeah.
Now, I know he's pissed.
Let's go a little bit more chronologically. Let's start at the beginning because I thought this season had an epic opening. It was the battle around, I don't remember exactly, but I know they burned the sea snakes.
The gullet.
The gullet, yeah, they burned the sea snake's house down in the distance. The Triarchies, they're in full force here. It's the sea snake versus the Triarchy. Big sea battle, epic in scale. Dragons are flying around. Jace gets shot out of the sky, pulled down into the water, and his dragon died, but he made. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Arrows in his back. So sad.
Good episode.
That one feels like a bit of a cop-out in retrospect, because that season, the opener started with, you think the sea snake might have died, we think that Lannister guy might have died, we think the head of the Triarchy died, and we think Jace died. And then this is where it starts, because that first season hits you with, wow, this is really cool. And then later on, you find out half of them survived. The Lannister survived, the Sea Snake survived. And if we're skipping way later, apparently Sunfire survived too. Like, it sets you up with really cool things just to undermine its own stakes later on.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things I noticed.
I wasn't too shocked that the Sea Snake and, I thought the Lannister died, because they specifically explained people in heavy armor drown all the time out at sea, and he was in heavy armor. They don't really explain how he got out of that narrow pass. But the Sea Snake, he got, like, knocked out or whatever. But you've implanted this in my brain for, like, years ago. It was like, if I don't see a body, he's not dead.
No body, no death?
No body, no death. So when the Triarchy Queen, whatever her character name was.
She's cool. I like her voice is great.
Yeah, she died, clearly. Jace clearly died.
Yep.
So
the other two, no. So I should have not been a hypocrite and listened to my own rule, is what you're saying.
No, but I'm with you with the Lannister thing, because it was like 4 episodes later, I think they revealed he was alive. And you're just kind of like, I forgot about you completely.
He's just in the woods.
And it's so weird, because they're like, oh, yeah, they can't find the gold, or we can't find the gold. Where'd you put it? And he doesn't say anything. Like, not that he doesn't have, like, he doesn't know where it is. He has no dialogue. They don't answer. They don't even know the answer.
Yeah. Now, that's another thing I thought about this season, is that it is bloated with characters that weren't needed. Like, the Lannister contributed nothing to this season. That one character, Missaria, she contributed nothing this season either.
I hate her so much.
If her whole goal was to try to get Rhaenyra and Daemon split apart and put a wedge in between them, she failed and got kicked out of King's Landing. So her whole thing has basically been for nothing. She just feels like a waste of screen time now, because she has never successfully put a wedge between Rhaenyra and Daemon. She does nothing. She's a terrible court whisperer as well. She doesn't really get any useful information otherwise. So
none.
Every time this character's on my screen, I just think it's a waste of time. And the Lannister and Alice, I think that's her name, Alice, who was in the Witch.
Yeah.
She feels like a waste of my time too. Like, you learn a little bit more about her, but also I've seen you for 2 seasons and you've done nothing. I'm so frustrated that we went another whole season at Harrenhal.
The Missaria thing, when she gets kicked out, is really funny. I saw a funny comment where it's like, the small council thinks Rhaenyra can't act like a man. She got laid and immediately kicked out her side piece out of town.
That's funny.
Yeah, because I don't understand what Misaria's motivation is, besides, like, protecting the small folk. Like, yeah, that's good motivation, but the decisions she makes aren't great.
You're a rags-to-riches person, and that's a compelling basis for her character, except she did nothing useful with it.
Exactly. All she does is try to, like, undermine Daemon, who...
That's it. And not even the least bit successfully.
No. Who is the smartest guy in the room, only because we're in wartime. Like, this is what he's been saying to do for the past 3 seasons. All these decisions, like, all this, like, politicking. It's like, we need to act now.
Yeah, the closest she came was when Daemon's daughter and Sheepstealer helped kill Jace, and she nearly caught Daemon in that lie of, the head wasn't really the head of Sheepstealer's rider. Okay, but that never went anywhere either, because Rhaenyra forgave her too. And forgave Daemon for lying.
Yeah.
It just, okay, you set up this whole story where, is it Baela? Was that daughter? His daughter's...
Rhaena. Rhaena's the one, the Sheepstealer, I think.
Yeah, there's Rhaena and Baela. So she forgave Baela after that massive blunder. Baela spends the whole time hiding in the cave. So that's another character I feel like my whole season of time was wasted with, because nothing came of it. She's just really
Yeah.
depressed now and lost her dragon, who's probably not dead. It just felt like, okay, there's a whole war going on I'd rather see, and this character goes through an arc of
That
overconfidence just to be forgiven, and like,
that part
okay,
pissed me off too. The fighting dragon part where Daemon's like, Caraxes, kill this dragon. Like, we need this dragon dead. And then they let it walk away.
Yeah.
I not 30 seconds before did you say kill it. And then you just like,
Yep.
What, do you think it died from its injuries? Like, it
Yep.
doesn't make any sense to me.
Let me see. Kristen Cole, also useless this season. He spends the entire season just wandering around on a suicide mission. Almost by his own admission to Gwaine, he's trying to get himself killed out here because he is just so hopeless about the situation. And okay, fine. At least that one got a bit of an ending because he did die in battle aimlessly, as he intended. And I think it was funny later though.
Mhm.
I think it was the last episode when I think it was Lord Tully or his second in command there, who told Daemon, "Oh, Sir Kristen Cole died. Oh, him? I forgot about him. How did he die? Badly."
Yeah. That's the thing about the season. It made me think about the characters that I hate with passion so little because I didn't focus on them enough to make it interesting. Like Christian Cole, hate him. Never liked him, except maybe for the first couple episodes in the first season, and then he got all toxic when Rhaenyra wouldn't run away with him to sell oranges or whatever. He does nothing this season.
No, he does
nothing this season and
dies.
says, I'm the greatest warrior in the realm. You're the greatest pretender in the realm, my friend. That's all you ever do. And that's why you got shot in the eye, or you got shot in the chest like 3 times and then shot in the eye or whatever. Like he died in battle, but it wasn't as glorious as he thought it would be.
No.
Or maybe that's a change for the books. I don't really know. But even his death was so unsatisfying. I was just like, okay, I'm glad he's dead. But that was so nothing.
The majority of the fan base seems to have hated on this guy for years. And whether you liked him or whether you're like most people and hated him, I think more people would have liked to see a bigger death than that.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go out in a blaze of glory? Then go out in a blaze of glory. Cool. Except underwhelming. And I get that was the idea. He couldn't even get his own honor-bound death like he wanted. He just went out the most stupid and pointless way possible. For a story reason, I understand, but it's still unsatisfying. Give me a little more.
Yeah. I don't know. This season just pissed me off.
Yeah, let's see. Everything else just becomes a complete mess now that there's... Let me count them. 1, 2, 3... There's about 4 people vying for the crown this season.
Yeah. Was it Rhaenyra, Aegon?
Rhaenyra, Aegon, Aemmond, and Darren.
Darren, whatever. However you want to pronounce it.
We got 4 proclaimed kings of Westeros.
Yeah.
3 and a queen. Rather. All the kids of Viserys except poor sweet Halaena. Gotta love her.
She just wants to raise chickens. She should have. Yeah. Poor Halaena.
She's tragic.
Spoiler alert. It's already said. But even her death felt like nothing. It felt so just like out of the blue. I don't.
See, you didn't really build up that well to me that she was suicidal. You built up to me that she was desperate and felt trapped here. And as somebody nobody ever really understood, she was going out of her mind and forced to look at these prophecies on repeat. And all right, you're living with your tyrant of a sister here who probably wants your son dead and is probably looking to kill every last member of you and your family. But I know it's bleak. You set all that up, but you didn't really set up that she was that desperate to escape.
Yeah, and I feel like they should have made her death like a little bit more important because I don't I don't know how you would do it, but just because she's like the last dreamer of the Targaryens for like the longest time. Yes, there's the guy or one of the brothers in A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but he's like a drunk all the time. It's Egg's brother who like shaved his head. I can't remember his name. Is that another Daeron?
Yeah. I don't remember.
I don't know. He drinks and he dreams. Then that's why he drinks. And then he dreams. Whoa, vicious cycle. But yeah, she's sort of the death of the dreamers of the Targaryens, and I think something of that importance needs to be executed a bit more. Like, yes, she does kill herself, but there's literally no reaction to it. Rhaenyra sees that she does it and like pulls up her quilt or her tapestry that she's made to kill herself. And yes, this is
basically pulls that old meme about undermining your own stakes. Well, that happened. Closes a window. That's basically
it's the Loki meme where it's like, yes, very sad. Anyway, moves on. And I understand at that point Rhaenyra's gone like full crazy, a full tyrant. At this point, this is the beginning of her doing it because she kills the Sept. Before that, poor Ellen
Which
Hall.
I liked, and we'll get into positives a little later, but still talking about Halaena.
But like all the important character deaths just needed a little bit more
oomph.
Yeah, something. Just a little bit more importance. Like nobody cares that the queen died or the ex-queen died. Like nobody cares.
Yeah. Okay, now maybe I'm dumb, but okay, was she trying to kill herself, or did she just take a jump out the window, hoping her tapestry would be like a Rapunzel thing?
That's what I thought. I thought she was trying to escape.
And maybe just didn't know there was a trap down there. Was it a suicide or a botched escape?
I thought she was trying to escape, but I watched
I'm maybe
I'm
not giving it enough credit.
Episode recaps after each episode, and I think they do say she kills herself. But also, why would you put the tapestry out the window?
It just wasn't set up that way.
I don't know.
But the fact that the tapestry was out the window nearly tells me it was like a rope she was trying to rappel down with.
Also, Alicent, you're going to kill your son. You don't finish the job. You just let him. You let him take the drink and hey, I'm out of here. Anyway,
that's
also why
Alice just saves him. You see, you want another case of wow, you set up something cool just to immediately do a 180 on it.
Yeah,
it's painful.
And it sucks because why are we doing the most boring part of season 2 and redoing it
again
in season 3?
Except this time he actually wants to bang the witch, I guess.
Kind of. That's unreluctantly.
A little different. Ooh, he wants to bang the witch more than he wants to bang his own mother.
Something redeeming.
That kind of came out of nowhere. It kind of came out of nowhere this season too.
I know.
Before I go on to that, though, I do want to say one more thing about Halaena. I feel like an idiot for not recognizing sooner that the opening credit sequence tapestries were the things she'd been working on this entire time.
Yeah.
It clued in before Rhaenyra saw the tapestries and pointed it out for the audience, spelled us out for all slow people. But I was there just before that. Yeah, I didn't catch that. This whole show, all the times Halaena was making those things and never clued in. So, for all the people who still didn't figure it out, the tapestries were her prophecies. And
yeah, I don't think it
credits
clicked.
Of the show were Helena's perspective. They were her drawings.
Yeah, it didn't click for me till near the end of the season. So,
yeah,
poor Halaena. Tragic character.
Yeah, I guess season 4 will be the other prophecies.
Just do something.
That very long tapestry. Yeah. So next, I wanted to talk about Aemond One Eye and his Oedipus complex.
Ew. I didn't want to see it. And they showed it twice.
I was very surprised, and I will say I like the filmmaking on this part, where the first time that she hugs Aemond and the camera lingers and he's kind of staring in her eyes. I'm like, why is the camera lingering this way?
This is a little on shot.
Why are you framing this like it's going to be a romantic moment? Please
no.
don't. Oh, he went in for the kiss. Oh boy. Oh, the visual language was effectively telling me very well that, oh, this is framed like a romance scene. Oh, okay, a mother and son romance scene. Got it. Technical difficulties. We're back. So, what were we talking about? Incest. Yeah.
Bad.
But well shot and well acted. I think was the idea.
Fair.
When Alicent pulls back and that look of horror in her face, but also, ooh, I kind of have to hide the horror I'm feeling here because I don't know how he's going to lash out about this right now, was very well acted.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Performance. Not the disgusting.
I'll say across the board, the acting has been the best it's been throughout the whole show.
Oh no, everybody in this cast brings their A game. They all kill it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes kill each other. They're all top actors at the top of their game here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, the stuff with Alice Rivers. Again, this show has a great job of setting up characters and having like interesting backstories, but they don't do anything with it. That's interesting. Like the Alice Rivers stuff, she's this witch who's been cursed to Harrenhal from like over 100 years ago to be like forever stuck in this sort of dimension of her own making. And, you know, there's weird creatures around. Also, there's another thing that got set up and never brought up. What was it in the first episode? Hugh and Ulf see this weird tree creature like walking around the island, so they off, but then they never mention it again. It's something so forgettable, but you're like, oh, this is going to be something in this season. Nothing happened with it.
Oh yeah, Ulf
maybe it's a nod.
Who missed his cue because he was in the toilet drunk.
Again, great setup, and they just do nothing. Like that smile and that look he gives at the end of episode 7 was kind of scary a little bit. I liked it. It was like there was a sinister thing. Okay, he's going to turn. And then they're looking for him. They're wondering where he is.
I did love Lord Ormond's panic as his whole plan is going down the drain and he's personally searching the city for this guy.
A funny line was like, I don't know where he is. I'll give you a hint. He'll be the guy on the dragon. So good.
Going back to performances, though, I gotta say that Lord Ormond there, what's his actor's name? Lord Ormond was James Norton. I think he was the best player all season.
By far. Ormond, by far, was my favorite character in this season. Probably the whole show.
He's one of the best in the whole show, and that's why I'm so mad that they killed him off this year.
I know.
He's just such a... When the Hightowers are at their best, they're just delightful schemers.
Yeah.
They play the game behind...
Otto Hightower was one of my favorite characters to watch in season 1 and the first half of season 2. He was one of those characters that I hated, but I loved to watch. Yeah. Like, I wasn't on his side at all, but he was such a great schemer. And then Ormond came in and did the exact same thing, and I loved it. This guy was playing the game very well. He was doing so good. He shows up with, 50,000 men to Daemon. It's like, okay, I guess, Rhaenyra took the crown, took the throne. We surrender. Here's Darren. We'll leave. And then he immediately takes over like a small farming town full of citizens that he knows if Rhaenyra attacks, burns down, she's going to look worse for it. That's like the only way she could win instantly. And he's like, well, I'm just going to scheme here. I'm just going to...
But won't burn her own people because she's a woman, and that's bad.
Yeah, that's
being
bad.
A woman, not burning your own people. According to Ormond Hightower.
Yeah, he was such a good schemer, and I loved his... Let me rephrase. I didn't love how he treats Darren. But I love the dynamic that they played throughout the show, where you can tell through the actor who played Darren that there's a level of abuse that happened when they were growing up, or when he was raising him.
Yeah, because every time he gets angry, he runs away or cringes or tries to avoid the blow-up. He knows to anticipate the blow-ups.
Yeah. He tells that other like server or a servant to like leave when he reads something and he's about to blow up. It's like, get out now.
I think my favorite was when Darren beat him at chess and then he flipped the board.
Yeah. It's like, never apologize for winning or something like that.
Yeah. Now, one thing I do love about Ormond is also his stance on the history of Westeros. I like how anti-Targaryen he is. How, these are the invaders. They came in, stole our lands. They dismissed our gods. They buried our histories. We're just trying to reclaim the past. And, I appreciate that mindset. Trying to, like, it kind of reframes the High Towers, at least from that ideological standpoint of, hey, maybe they're just trying to take back what was stolen. And are the Targaryens really the rightful rulers, or have they been here a little too long?
Mm-hmm. And he plays the politician so well, where he sends that guy to either he sends him to the wall or sends him to prison, I can't remember, for, assaulting Hugh's wife.
Yeah.
But then, like, in public, and then secretly he's like, well, this guy punched one of my soldiers. I can't have that.
That's true.
Like, he plays the twisted politician so well.
He knows how to curry public favor and also be ruthless behind closed doors.
Also, is Hugh's wife dead? That wasn't clear to me.
I think because he held her body and screamed to the heavens very dramatically, so I think she's dead.
Yeah.
Which...
sad.
And I think what I read into the tragedy for him, it's not just that she's dead, it's also protecting her was the whole reason he became a dragon rider and devoted his life into servitude and is fighting this war in the first place. And now he's still stuck here with nothing personal to protect. Because look what happened to Ulf, right? When Rhaenyra decides that she wants you to be in a certain place, she will force you to, even if it's, hey, you can't go to the bars anymore. It just seems so petty.
Yeah.
Like, I get where she was coming from, because you don't want one of your biggest assets among the rabble of Westeros, but at the same time...
The memes from this show have been so good, because the scene where Ulf's like, I just want to go to a tavern. And they're just like, you can't ever go to a tavern again. And then one of the memes I saw was like, Ulf said, well, nobody f***s with you, Rhaenyra. They're painting Queen of Bastards on the wall everywhere. I thought that was funny.
And then to add insult to injury, he goes to the bar again and Daemon kicks his ass in broad daylight.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
I get why you turn.
YouTube people video spoiling shit. I was watching like a video on I think it was not the backstory, but it was like the episode recap. And in one of the recommendations, some asshole put, is the show setting up their betrayal? And they put fucking Ulf's face in the thumbnail. And Hughes for some reason, but I think that was like rage bait. But I was just, and then I messaged my friend who's been watching the show, but also has read the book. She was like, do not watch that video. If my friend was George R. R. Martin, I would physically force him to finish the books that he said he would finish years ago.
You sit down, and we're going to finish this together.
Sit down.
One night.
Yeah, so I was anticipating the betrayal.
Yeah.
And then it was a different kind of betrayal that they were setting up, where he kind of turns on both of them, because Ormond does the same thing that Daemon does. He's already in like this hungover, drunken stupor.
And then he humiliates him further.
I'm going to burn down this guy. And then I'm going to burn you guys down as well, because you don't have dragons.
I'm a dragon rider, so I can do whatever I want. Except because Ulf is a commoner, everyone looks down on him for that, even though they're all doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
They all
Even
think
when
because
he's
they
in
have
the
dragons, they
bar.
can do whatever they want.
Yeah, even when he's in the bar in the final episode and he's trying to like hype himself up, nobody's really cheering for him.
No. I think that's the main theme of the series. If this season specifically, if not the whole series, is that people with dragons think they can do whatever they want. And it just gets a lot of people hurt for no good reason.
Yeah.
This whole war is just pettiness.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
This whole season was pettiness.
Yeah. Now, what I did like about that, though, to that point, I think this is the biggest character growth for Aegon. And that's what's interesting is he is the only character this season with no power. He's wandering in the muck and having to hang around with more commoners, and his body is broken, his spirit's broken. Even his right-hand man basically says, you're not a good person. And that really got to his core.
Someone had to tell him.
His dragon's dead. This is Aegon at his lowest point. And even then, he's willing to go out in a blaze of glory. And it's only when I don't want to say he humbled himself, but he recognized how bad a person he is. He still decides to carry forward. And he's willing to die for his own beliefs. And that's when his dragon shows up and gives him an extra boost of power when he was at his lowest. And I really like that element compared to everybody else who's just using their dragons to wreak havoc. And here's Aegon still pushing on with absolutely nothing, but also growing more than anybody else this season on a character level, even if he didn't accomplish much plot-wise. And then when he gets his dragon, okay, first thing he's going to do is, admittedly petty, goes to Harrenhal just to beat up Aemmond. And then Aemmond immediately apologizes.
I'm alive.
I wanted to have more fun with that. That's not as fun as I thought it was going to be. Like, wow.
That's a new vocal stem at my work, is the I'm alive.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're not the biggest fan of Aegon, but like he killed it this season. He really
did
good.
So good. The actor's so good at his job. He's one of the worst characters, but he gets the best moments this season.
He's one of the best characters this season now. Everybody else sucks so hard. He's going up the totem pole for me. Like, this is a guy who managed to humble Aemmond and in Aemond's own castle, basically, and bring his brother back into an alliance. And I loved his confidence. Okay, my dragon's alive. We're gonna find Vhagar. We're going to go to Tumbleton. We're going to consolidate our forces. And then we're going to take King's Landing back. Like, yeah, finally, Team Green is trying to get on the same page again.
Yeah. And there's other moments, too, that Aegon has that are pretty good. Not even just the, like, the Sunfire Dracarys moment, which was badass. And I'm alive. But there's also him taking out that, like, snobby leader in Rook's Rest after he finds the crown in his bag.
Yeah. Stabs him to death.
Very, very, I was like, well, now he's gotta die. Even I was like, yeah, that was probably the right move. There was also him sort of like standing up to Strawn. Larys,
yeah.
Not Larys. Larys Strawn. A couple times. Him basically being like, I'm not going to run. I'm going to stand here and die because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Is quite a character turn for him in my mind, because I always kind of saw him as a little bit of a coward.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason he was the least bit not cowardly is because he was atop the battle in a dragon. I think he never would have been an on-the-ground combatant before that.
No. I mean, he trained a little bit with his brother, but somewhere in between, the 15th age jump.
Oh, yeah.
He lost interest in fighting.
That reminds me of another great moment with Aegon and Aemmond, was that scene that was cut parallel to each other, where they're both telling different people, You know what really bothered me as a child is that Mom loved him best. And meanwhile she's plotting to kill them both. A great irony.
Yeah, I love Mom's best. Cut to all the times she's physically abused Aegon in the show.
Yeah. I like how their bitterness toward each other is both because they thought Alicent liked the other better and she didn't like either of them in actuality.
Yeah.
That was a great introspective scene for both those characters that really puts them into perspective. And it made me connect more with both of them.
Yeah, Alicent doesn't do much this season except do what Rhaenyra wants, which is kind of strange.
She's really weak this season. She went from my favorite character to just another.
You only blame me.
Character.
Why would you blame me for stuff men do? Excuse me. Weren't you part of the reason that I got usurped in the first place?
Let's see. Half this season was her just trying to protect Halaena on the one hand, and on the other, drink the tea. Do it. Come on. Do it. It won't hurt you. Just drink the tea for our own good.
Yeah. And there's nothing about the White Worm or whatever her fucking name is, but it's just like finds out. Oh, they got the tea. Never tells Rhaenyra, and I know it's because Alicent's like, well, you'll have favor with the High Towers. You don't give a shit about the High Tower. She's in King's Landing now with the Queen. This would be so vital information to know. Like, right off the bat. She's a schemer in the worst way. I'm so glad she's kicked out. Well, she ran away. But, she got kicked out of Score, and then there was a scuffle, and she ran away from the cart, and we never see her again. Good.
You can't fire me, I quit.
Sure, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
I will say, though, going back to positives, I'd say the action in this show is superb.
Oh, yeah. I think
it's really well done.
The visual effects are awesome. It's incredibly well filmed. I mean, just generally in the filming, going back to what I was saying about that romantic framing with the incest scene, that's just one example of the filming in this show is very well done. It tells a lot of visual subtext in the story. When the script is failing, and it often does, the action and the cinematography and the blocking are all very well done. And the costumes, too. I love the costumes.
Costumes are great.
The armor sets, the robes, every character feels unique. So just visually, this show is awesome. And as you were saying, the action kicks ass.
Yeah,
that first
final episode especially.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. Just the whole siege of Tumbleton.
Mm-hmm.
And the first episode, that's one of the best nail battles I've ever seen.
Yeah, really well done. I have to keep reminding myself it's a TV show. Which is, it's weird to say in the year 2026 because TV show budgets have gone up significantly over the past 10 years. But the quality of it is amazing. And I specifically love the battle at Tumbleton solely because we finally get to see Daemon in his element. This is what he's about. He's a war tactician. He's smart. He's capable of fighting. Even when he's fighting a guy twice his size, he still puts up a fight.
Even when he needs to burn the children alive, he puts up a fight.
Yeah. He didn't put him there.
No. I do enjoy the cowardice of the Greens, though. I love it so much from a tactician's perspective. Okay, well, the obvious thing to do is dragon fire all the people on the ramparts. They put children up there, sir. What? What kind of cowards would do that?
Yeah. Even I was like, oh, Ormond, you little...
I love you.
I didn't. How dare he? And then fucking Roderick, as soon as he's attacked by a child with a sword, he's like, well, you're going to get an axe to the face.
Yep.
I've seen so many complaints online. It was like, oh my God, why do people like this guy? He killed a child. It's war! What do you want him to do? Lay down. I'm going back to red. They were attacking him. What do you want him to do? I want you to guess who my favorite character besides Ormond was this season. Yeah, it was Roderick the Ruin.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was awesome. Of course, he's played by the legend Tommy Flanagan, who's absolute superb. The Greybeards don't do much this season, like visually, but they're awesome. A bunch of old northern men who know they're going to die, but they want to die in battle, and that's part of their culture. What a sick backstory. And so one of the funniest moments this season. Gates open, lads, but we're still fucking alive. And they all groan. They're like, so let's go fucking die. It's so
Your one
awesome.
job is to get the gates open and don't die first.
He probably has the most badass death in this whole show and probably in the Game of Thrones universe. He takes out a pretty high-ranking high tower. You know,
he took out the high tower. Ormond was the guy in charge of the whole family.
Mm-hmm. Sticks his sword up his ass. He said, "That's a right proper fucking from the north." Gets his arm chopped off and laughs maniacally as a dragon burns both him and Ormond alive. Just, I love that character so much. I knew he was going to die, and the way he went out was perfect. The one setup that they've done in this show that was well set up and executed properly.
I was hoping Daemon would bite it in that scene. Finally serve him right for his overconfidence.
Overconfidence.
But no,
he backs it up.
But no, Daemon got a video game cutscene instead, where when his own health bar got knocked down, the landing on top of them dropped down and split him from the guy who was beating him.
Oh, he won in the cutscene. That's so good.
Okay,
I didn't
he
like
got
that
that
either.
health bar down low enough, and then oops, the bad guy got away.
To be fair, he did get up and was calling for him. So
yeah,
it is a nice setup for a rematch because I think they still not knowing what happens in the books, but like Daemon and Aemmond need to fight. But even with all it, they dumb him down so much this season with Aemmond. So he goes to Harrenhal, takes out Strawn, which was sad. A lot of character deaths this season.
Still too many characters.
And he gets stabbed in the back by a nobody. And for the rest of the season, we have to deal with him in Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. Didn't like it at all.
Literally,
and Aemmond was one of my favorites.
Yeah. The only good thing about Harrenhal was that it showed all those dragon eggs. Like, okay, that's cool. That's something. I'm going to assume that's, you know, I'm not going to tell my theories out loud yet, but I'm going to assume that's important for Game of Thrones instead of this show.
Sure. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Just my theory there. So, yeah, I think one thing I loved about the action was just how chaotic it was. There's just so much going on, so many different armies vying for control, just bloody and brutal. Pretty gory. I loved the moment when Kristen Cole was about to die there. When his army comes in on that camp, that's just, it seems like everybody in the camp is dead. And then they all come to life and start stabbing them to death. Just the little tactics like that.
Mm-hmm. So all good.
Tumbleton, the dragons flying around, shooting fire, the armies clashing in the streets, civilians running around, getting shot by arrows. The main bad guys in their cool suits of armor clashing. Just there's a lot going on. It's very destructive and big and epic, and it's some of the best action on TV I've ever seen.
Yeah. I get goosebumps when it's that shot of Daemon yelling out orders and he calls for Caraxes. Like Matt Smith does this kind of like, he calls him, but like with the side of his mouth. I don't know what it is, but it was just like, oh, it's good. Here's an awesome moment. I can just feel it coming. He's like just a master tactician. Yeah, the action's superb. All the fighting is great. I don't think there was one moment where I was like, oh, that was a little cheesy. But
I loved all the choreography too.
Choreography's great.
Filmed very well.
Can't remember what the guy Daemon's fight at the end is what his name is, but he's supposed to be like a badass. And the reason why they clash so much,
Ormond's right-hand guy.
Yeah, and the reason why they are kind of at the same level, but he's got the edge is, yes, he's like maybe like a foot taller, but he also has a Valyrian steel sword, so that's why they're able to keep up with each other a little bit. They don't explain that in the show. That's book lore, but it's nice to know.
Realize that.
Also, Sunfire, apparently that happens in the book. Do they explain in the book? Because they didn't explain it here. What do you mean you just woke up? Oh, they can hibernate. That would have been swell to know.
Because they just made it up, that's why.
But it's in the book, Joe. How could they make it up? Book? Apparently.
Wow. Okay, then George R.R. Martin just made
but
it
also
up and wanted Sunfire back.
But apparently in the book, Sunfire can't fly after getting burnt up.
Oh.
So that part's strange.
Yeah, that is strange. So one other thing I enjoyed about this show, now a lot of it was boring filler, but there was a lot of great dialogue in here as well. I just have a couple of lines in here that are some of my favorites. So early on, there was the execution of Otto Hightower when he's on his knees and they're about to execute him, and he said, "Let Daemon do it. I don't want to be hacked at."
Yeah.
And then Rhaenyra hacked him for good measure.
Right. That's a good reveal. I forgot we hadn't talked about that, but Otto being in King's Landing the whole time, because I was wondering where he was, because there was that like cliffhanger at the end of season 2 where someone's looking at him in a cell. He was there the whole time.
Yeah. I also liked Daemon's line when he's talking to that fall guy who they set up to do all the finances. And the finance guy is trying to tell Daemon how to run the city guard or whatever. And then Daemon just says, "I won't listen to a man whose greatest battles with his own indigestion."
It's so good.
That's brilliant.
Daemon has some of the best lines.
I think my favorite line of the whole season, though, goes to Rhaenyra, actually. Mm-hmm. When she finally realizes the futility of the war, and she has this little monologue where she says, "The boys who clung to me, who hid their little faces in my skirts, dead, so that I may sit upon a throne of swords." I love the futility in it, where she's realizing, you know what, I got my own kids killed just to sit on a throne of swords. Mm-hmm. How pathetic is that?
It's not even comfy. My dad was right.
It pricks.
Yeah, look at my finger. Foreshadowing, no.
Yeah.
Aemma D'Arcy, if that's how you pronounce it. We're Canadian. I'm terribly... Darcy. I'm so sorry. They are a fantastic actor.
For sure.
If they don't get nominated for this season, I was going to say I'd be shocked, but I wouldn't be shocked because they don't nominate House of the Dragon a lot.
I've done a lot of complaining about the character of Rhaenyra Targaryen over the years, but Aemma D'Arcy is always exceptional in this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, just consistently engaging to watch.
They're amazing. They're a fantastic actor. I love seeing them on screen, especially like when both Rhaenyra and Daemon are talking like High Valyrian. The facial movements that they make are just perfect. There's so much passion and anger behind their acting. Or what they're portraying through the thoughts of like the text and everything. And it's not even like face acting where it's over the top, but you can see that Rhaenyra has so much anger and like grief behind her emotionally. And it's throughout the season, she's really trying to hold it down, but with like each tragic event that's happening to her, a piece, like a layer of it is being pulled back each and every time.
Yeah.
So she's still making the same mistakes since season 1.
Over and over.
It's getting harder. It was never easy for me to defend the Greens but it's getting harder to defend Rhaenyra with each season.
The more hypocritical and
oh my god,
overly justifying of her actions she is when she does terrible things in the name of sitting on a throne of swords. Mm-hmm. She has that monologue very early on in the season, and she still continues to double down and get worse after that. And Alicent Hightower tells her very early on, you know, you can't hold this throne and be the good guy at the same time, right? You're gonna need to compromise on your morals at some point. Not that she wasn't already before that, but, you know, Rhaenyra finally believes this season, okay, well, maybe Alicent was right. I can't have it all. I have to be the bad guy sometimes.
I gotta kill the fucking Pope, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, she kind of leaned a little too hard into that.
Nobody clipped that. That's out of context. That looks really bad.
The Septon, the High Septon. Or whatever.
Compilation video at the end of the year.
Ryan said,
"No, don't edit it in that way." But yeah, she finally makes a decision. But I alluded to it early on in this recording, but I don't understand her argument on not legitimizing the sea snake's kids, because her kids are bastards. She knows this, but they're legitimized. And she's like, well, I can't legitimize these bastards because
it's politics.
It's politics. But also it's like, here's the thing. They are actually like they are Velaryon in the eyes of men, because they are male descendants of this guy. He doesn't have any more like true heritage male line like anymore. Like, could give it to Baela or Rhaena, but Rhaena's f***ed off. Baela is Targaryen technically, not Velaryon. So a part of me doesn't fully understand it, where it's like, oh, I'll look like a hypocrite. You're already a hypocrite.
Yeah, but I think that's also what we know versus what the people of Westeros know kind of thing. In the eyes of Westeros, it's the worst kept secret in the royal family that Rhaenyra's kids are bastards. But everyone knows for a fact that the Sea Snake's kids are bastards. Rhaenyra can still play at, you know, my kids are legitimate because everybody just acts like they're legitimate and Daemon beheads everybody publicly who says they're bastards. But we're just kind of playing this game. But if I legitimize well-known bastards who were common-born, never raised as nobles, and who, despite the sea snakes claiming of them now, everybody already knows what they are, that makes the continued allegations of her as the Queen of Bastards look, hey, she sympathizes with bastards because she has them of her own. It's just politics. It's all optics. It's like everybody knows. Everybody knows what's actually happening, but she refuses to legitimize it in a public way.
I'm just not happy with the decision.
Well, nobody. Yeah.
Because, again, you're alienating your number one guy.
Your hand.
You know, yeah.
She made him hand.
And and she's been alienating him her entire life. Which is not good. So.
Yeah.
I mean, they still think she killed her last husband. Like, they don't know that he sailed off somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true. I'm surprised at the restraint that he's never come back.
It's a weird decision. I kind of understand it with the part that you brought up, but I was just like, who cares? Like, you're queen, you say whatever you want.
Yeah, but the problem is she's queen, but her whole problem this season is that nobody really recognizes her that way. The people in the streets write on the buildings that she's Queen of Bastards. You have lords who are refusing to bend the knee to her. You have three other people proclaiming themselves as king, and one of them that the whole religious institution of the land says is the legitimate king, especially when he's found out to be still alive.
Yeah.
This woman is sitting in the castle, and she has no money. one of Aegon's followers, the Lannister guy, he stole all the money, and who knows where that is. So it's like, yeah, you're the queen, you're sitting on the throne, but functionally your power base is split in all the wrong ways. So you can't have one more scandal on top of that. I totally understand where she's coming from based on how screwed she got this season. That, hey, yeah, we're going to take the throne without bloodshed. Yeah, okay. But not anything else worthwhile. You just have the castle now.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
She's making the city guard operate without pay all season.
Dumbest decision. Like,
Yeah.
And I understand. I understand it's because the White Worm's manipulation, gotta protect the small folk and whatever. But also it doesn't work out. Because everybody quits the gold cloaks.
Yeah.
So now you're more vulnerable than ever. And all the it's bad. It's terrible.
Oh, you know what else?
Everybody needs to listen to Daemon.
I'm just laughing to myself now because I remembered that she also inherited the castle that's infested with rats. I love how that's still coming up. Oh yeah, Aegon killed all the rat catchers while you were gone.
On ships, we used cats.
That was pretty good.
I bet those cats were just like, oh, we're eating good. We're eating good today, boys.
Such a logical decision by Alan there. This is why this man is the substitute hand of the king.
Mm-hmm. Alan's great.
He's wise.
Great character.
Yep. And he wants to sleep with his cousin or
sis.
Or whatever.
Hold on. Let's figure this out.
Okay.
Bastard of
he is a
Sea
bastard
Snake.
of Sea Snake. Sea Snakes.
She's the daughter of half
Sea Snake's
sister.
daughter. No, I think Daemon's wife was the Sea Snake's daughter.
Yeah.
And she's
he was a bastard, so not Rhaenys's child as well. So half siblings.
So he's like half uncle.
Half uncle?
Or just uncle because they're half on the same side. He's her uncle.
I don't know, man. Whatever. Daemon and Rhaenyra are husband, uncle, aunt, niece.
No, I think he's also her uncle.
It's all bad. Yeah, everything's bad. It's all bad.
This is what you're rooting for on Team Black, Ryan.
Team Green, Aegon and Halaena were married. That's direct brother and sister. And the other brother wants to sleep with their mom.
Shh. Counterpoints.
The prophecy. I'm holding on this prophecy, but she's doing a terrible job at holding the prophecy together.
Yeah.
I'm not cheering for anybody. How about that? That's my verdict at the end of the season. I don't want anybody to be on the throne.
Having only watched the first season of Game of Thrones, I now feel it's fully justified that all the Targaryens were wiped out.
Yeah.
It seems like they had it coming.
Yeah, pretty much so. They all suck. They do a good job, though, of how, the petty squabbles of the rich royal family is really affecting the small folk and, everything that goes on in the, lower common areas of the kingdom. There's no food. Everybody's, used as a political ploy or captive, and it's just their home.
That reminds me of another interesting comment made in Rhaenyra's court, where she was talking about, stupid Aegon having to run this city into the ground. Nobody has any food. He left me with a city with a starving populace. That sucks. And then somebody pointed out, okay, but you were the one that started that blockade. So this is your fault. Certain point of view.
That was 15 chess moves ago, okay?
Yeah.
And see this coming. It's like when you're playing D&D, it's like, why is this evil dictator over this? Well, you killed his brother 20 sessions ago. Well, I didn't think that would happen.
That's kind of the Rhaenyra thing in a nutshell, is every decision she makes comes back to bite her later. Even if it's a short-term success, it's a long-term, oh, now I'm in a place where I have to... It's like you launched a bullet in Mario Kart. You launched a blue shell from the back, and then you bulleted up to the front and got hit by your own blue shell somehow. Like, it can't happen, but that's what Rhaenyra does a lot.
I wonder if you could do that. Probably not. That'd be really funny, though.
I don't think it's a legal move, but it happens to her a lot.
Yeah. She's very much we got to solve this problem now without violence. But I'll do violence anyway. But she doesn't think ahead.
We need to solve this problem without violence, Daemon says. But I want to do violence. Okay.
Okay.
You may do violence now that all other options are exhausted.
We're the blood of old Valyria. We're gonna make this place like old Valyria. You mean the place that burnt down? Like a few hundred years ago? It was like literally no survivors? Okay. Sure, man. Yeah, when Daemon gets all like into the prophecy and into old Valyria, I'm just like, no, I don't like this motivation. I don't like your motivation here.
Make Westeros great again.
Do not associate that with my team.
With the blood of old Valyria. Blonde. We're,
Oh, man. I'm very tempted to do a certain impersonation right now, but I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
Oh,
they're very upset at the dark-haired usurpers.
Oh, man. I don't know what season 4 is going to be like because...
Half of it will be good.
So, Strawn died. Otto Hightower died. A little sad about that. Ormond died. Very sad about that. Aegon and Aemmond are back together, but there's going to be this weird tension. Alicent is running back to King's Landing, where Helena's dead. So the Greens are kind of...
Gawain and Darren are on the run somewhere. I forget where they're going. See,
so, like, it's strange. I don't know.
Just an interjection. I wonder if that's a joke on George R.R. Martin's part, naming him Gawain. Because there's that tale of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight.
I don't know this tale.
They made a movie about it called The Green Knight. It's an Arthurian legend tale.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just wondering if that's a joke on his part. Like, oh yeah, he has that story, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. So in his Game of Thrones book, he made a character named Sir Gawain he's a knight of House Green. A high tower.
Probably. He's a funny guy like that.
It feels too close to be a coincidence.
I mean, he's a big history guy, so
yeah,
I wouldn't put it past him.
So that's almost definitely got to be a reference to that. King Arthur. And Gawain is the most noble of all the high towers.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one I can't really say anything bad about. I mean, like, I'm a fan of the schemers, but he's the only decent guy on that
only
whole
honorable
team.
Guy.
I mean, forget just the high towers. He's one of the only decent guys in the whole show.
For sure.
The only other person
like sad that Ormond's dead because it kind of, well, it doesn't undermine it, but it just kind of lessens the impact of Gawain's scene where he rescues both Ormond and Daeron from those would-be assassins.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, he saved him from that. He's going to be a huge player in the seasons to come. Nah.
Except no.
Yeah, I like Gawain.
I don't know. It's like I said.
I like how he's the only reasonable guy in the whole show where it's just like, we gotta go. Like, we're marching nowhere.
I'm marching to my glorious death. All right, I'm gone.
I'm leaving. I don't know about y'all.
Bye. I saw
We're
a great
gonna
meme.
use guerrilla tactics.
I saw a great meme that was making fun of Kristen Cole. It's like, hey, keep in mind that this guy fumbled all this. It's a picture of Rhaenyra. It's a picture of Alicent. It's a picture of Gawain.
Very true. Very true.
Hey, I'm interested in you. You can live at the Hightower estate and like be my personal guy, and we can just live in peace. And how does that sound? I want to die. I would rather die. Okay.
Okay, man. I'm gonna go. Even when Ormond's talking about like, yeah, plans to stay here, use the townsfolk, and draw Rhaenyra out, and Queen's like, that's your plan? That makes no sense. How easy they could burn us alive.
I like how Gawain's just going from one incompetent plays to another, and he's the only reasonable guy in the room.
He's like a guy who like job hops every year. It's like, everybody's stupid. I can't handle it.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's
there's not really any schemers left, which is a little upsetting. I mean, Aegon might.
Larys is a schemer.
Larys might. Yeah, but didn't he run away? He ran away from Aegon.
No, Aegon can find him.
I mean, they can catch up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's probably still right there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
His horse is Clubfoot as well.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So House of the Dragon Season 3, it's simultaneously epic and frustrating. I think on a filmmaking level, it's an incredible show. It's got all the visual splendor and visual storytelling elements you could want. The actors are great. So in front of and behind the camera, it's technically brilliant. Most cases. Even the script is amazing dialogue a lot of times. Some incredible plot and payoffs and great characters. I love a lot of these characters. But just half the show is so boring. And nothing happens. And nobody makes decisions. Somehow it's got some of the best one-liners I've ever heard on TV. And also some of the most, and fails at some of the most basic plot writing on TV. Of character needs motivation. Character tries to get their goal. Obstacles in the way. No, they don't try to reach their goals. They just sit in place and wait for everyone else. So somehow it fails at basic screenwriting, but is also awesome.
Yeah.
It's just it's a mixed bag. It's so
really
good
strange
when it's good, and it's so bad when it's bad.
Yeah. It's very much that show where it's like, here's the spectacle moments, and we're good at the spectacle moments. But when it gets to the small, sort of schemy, political stuff, it just feels basic at times, or just like a little bit lazy, or they don't really care that much about the politicking, which is really a shame, because that's what Game of Thrones really was based off of in terms of the show. Like, yes, It's got great production design, it's got great cinematography and great spectacle, but the politics and, the Game of Thrones and how all these different players come into play was all about politics. It was all about politics and how each player was either really good at it, really bad at it, or made some decent decisions, and the alliances going in and out, breaking. Here it's just like, should we go to war? Should we do? Okay, let's fight once. Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot of fighting. Should we keep going? Oh, we still alive? Okay, I guess. Should we send the dragons? Oh, I can't really send the dragons because that would look bad on us. Oh, I changed my mind. Craxies, open the door. It's just like, that's the only question the whole show has been like, should we go to war? It's like, you've been building up. It's called the Dance of the Dragons in history.
Yeah.
They fight. They all kill each other. We know that they're going to fight. So them going back and forth of just like, should we fight? Yeah.
That's what I keep saying, though. I mean, when you do a supercut of this show and cut out all the indecisiveness, the payoffs are good.
Yeah.
When they're finally making decisions, it's good. but it's a lot of waiting around and not enough to show for it. So it's just incredibly frustrating. I want to like it more than I do. And it doesn't help that just before this, I finished Game of Thrones Season 1, which now that I see what all the hype was about there, and I come to this, Game of Thrones is blowing it out of the water in Season 1. Won't vouch for later, but I'm seeing the side-by-side here, and it's hard to I can't even compare it, because Game of Thrones is just that much superior.
Yeah. And it's such a shame, because I really loved Season 1, and I still do. I thought it was all set up really well. The whole point of like, oh, are these two going to go at it? And then the push when the king dies. Spoiler alert. And then there's like, okay, here we go. We're going to usurp Rhaenyra. We're going to push it. War's definitely going to start. Season 2. Should we? Should we, though? We can be friends, though, right? Nah. Season 3. Okay, we'll fight. But should we keep fighting? It's just like...
So what's your final ranking for...
is? I don't know, man. Like, parts of this season I liked better than the previous one, but it just... The small stuff just kept reminding me of some of the bad stuff in Season 2. So, I don't know. I'd give it, like, maybe, like, a 7, 6. I don't know. Maybe that's... I don't know. I'd say watch it if you're a fan of fantasy. I still think there's some excellent stuff in this show. The acting's superb.
I think in general, great. I liked it better than Season 2. Season 2 fell off so hard in the back half that this is more consistent throughout. Even in the episodes where nothing's happening,
Agreed.
I'm still more entertained in general. And when it hits, it's some of the best in the entire show. Just great fantasy, as you were saying there. So I do think House of the Dragon Season 3 is worth a watch, keeping in mind that its quality varies strongly between great and bad. All right. So where can we find you until next year?
You can find me at Ryan Walker Official on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram.
And you can find me everywhere at thoughtplane.ca. Thoughtplane Media for my social accounts. We're doing a lot more on Instagram lately. Micro movie reviews, especially clips of closeup. So check that out. So thank you very much to Ryan for guest starring on this week's episode. Hopefully we'll see you back for, I don't know what's next, Mighty Nine maybe?
Oh, probably.
That's coming up. Anyway, so that's House of the Dragon Season 3. We'll catch you later. Till next time.
Take care.